Hello, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole Lore and Frey, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. So one of the things we noticed upon seeing the Hellena Taylor situation, Hellena Taylor herself brought this up in the video, but a lot of game journalists picked up on this, and this was like a big part of the agenda before Jason Schreier decided that being a conservative, that Hellena Taylor did not deserve the support of the establishment. Before Helena Taylor was called out for lying, there was a very very big push to blame Nintendo for underpaying their voice actors. Now, this is really important to bring up because I have seen these allegations being brought up before among a lot of people in the community. I saw a lot of people use examples how Palutena's voice actress did not return for Smash Ultimate, or was it for we've seen a number of actors not return over the years, and a big consensus among a lot of people is that, oh man, they're underpaying these actors. They're not treating them very well. They're disrespecting them. Voice actors deserve to make Hollywood wages, no matter how niche or how irrelevant the product actually is. It really does come off the vast majority of the people involved in this situation didn't really know anything about the voice acting industry. I've talked about this a little bit when it comes to the standard rate of pay, how bigger projects naturally have bigger budgets for the voice actors. You have situations it feels to me a lot of these voice actor controversies are relative non-issues, and they kind of take advantage of the fact that the vast majority of the audience of gamers don't know the particulars of how this specific industry works, right? As it turns out, people weren't aware, well, first of all, what Helena Taylor was making on Bayonetta, and secondly, wasn't aware of how things should have proceeded from there, career wise, and what she should have been doing and things like that. I feel this is willful ignorance on their part, because these guys will claim to care about voice actors and social causes and stuff like that, but they won't ever actually do anything to change them. In fact, one of the things that I think really made the general public turn on Helena Taylor was the fact she came out as that it was revealed by the corrupt gaming press that she is right. she is a Christian Trump supporter. Ooh, how dare she? How dare she have such disgusting beliefs? So a lot of the support for her evaporated overnight for that reason. Again, we're seeing this a lot lately, where it feels like the industry will support you if you believe and support in different things, and will throw you under the bus if you don't believe those things. So, in a lot of ways, I don't like the reasons that Helena Taylor's was dismissed by the public, even though there were legitimately very good reasons for it. I do agree this was the right thing to happen. I just don't like the way it came about. So, but before this happened, before this became the thing, before Helena Taylor became a joke, when people were really seriously pushing for change in the industry, did people blame Platinum Games, the people who were making the game and were handling the voice direction and were paying Helena Taylor? Did they blame Kamiya? Did they blame those guys? Yeah, they did. Did they blame Sega, the IP holder? No, they didn't. Nobody paid attention to Sega. Nobody cares about those guys. What people wanted was for Nintendo to be in trouble for this. This was what the YouTube community was really pushing for. This was I had a I think Dreamcast guy said this. I think Review Tech USA did this. I think a lot of people did this, where they were straight up saying that oh man, I'm not going to give Nintendo my money. They're behind this. It's always Nintendo that's behind all this, all the problems in the industry. If Nintendo had their way, we'd still be playing on cartridges. We'd still be we'd still be using those awkward motion controls. The gaming industry would be a shell of its former self. People love pretending that Nintendo is the bad guy in this situation, and there was a very very big there was a very real agenda to kind of push things in that direction before like the game journals got their orders from their superiors and to shut the whole thing down. So again, this isn't like a big deal or anything, but it's just something I noticed. Something that like we really have to keep in mind going forward is that like first of all, how easily people's opinions on are changed based on like what an authority figure tells them. In this case, like Jason Schreier. Secondly, what people were going to do if like the situation was true, right? Like if anything, I don't think anyone should have gotten harassed. I think people like are specifically talking about like Jennifer Hale getting harassed, but really I don't think Platinum Games should have gotten flack for this. I don't think Kamiya should have gotten flack for this, and I certainly don't think Nintendo should have gotten hit for this. Like this was very stupid from the onset, and I think more people really need to talk about it.